Looks like Fantasy got a great start and is going to lead into turn number 1. Can we have bike number 836, 903, and 864? 836, 903, and 864 report to Earl's trailer, please. Bill Fantasy out in front, but it looks like Mick Oldfield's going to take over the lead as they go into turn number 1. It's Fantasy, and he holds off Oldfield into turn number 1. Fantasy doing a great job out in front. We haven't seen him out in the lead for a long time, and he's taken over the overall lead as they go into turn number 2. In the 600 singles class, it's Mike Wilson out in front. Walt Lavender running in second. Yamaha Honda. Running in third overall right now, bike number 76. That could be 26. Trevor Dunn on the Ducati running in third spot overall. And then at fourth, 205 Earl Campbell, also on a Ducati. So you have a Yamaha leading, a Norton running in second spot, and 2 Ducatis after that. So right now it's Japan, England, and 2 Italian bikes. They're in the top 4 spots for number 9. There's that battle for the lead, and boy, Fantasy not letting go of number 1 spot, but Oldfield wants it. You're right, 188. Fred Eicher definitely closing in. He was running 5th spot last lap. He's running at 4th and climbing on the leaders. Mick Oldfield passes by Fantasy for the lead. But look at this, this battle for the lead. 4 riders can take it. In the 600 class, it's still Wilson out front, Lavender in second. Trevor Miller running in 3rd spot. And 154, Gary Patton, your points leader, in a very disappointing 4th spot in that 600 singles competition as they head around turn number 1. Leaders' time on these Battle of the Twins, 141 flat. 141 for your leaders. Okay, Fantasy now has dropped to 3rd, and Eicher now is up in the 2nd spot, challenging for the lead. Whoa, just like that, somebody just went right into 3rd spot, and Fantasy now drops to 4th. That might have been Trevor Dunn that now has got into 3rd. We'll check out as they come around this time. Oldfield, Eicher, Campbell, and Fantasy. Earl Campbell now is the rider who's kind of Jim Schmidt, 777, running up there in 5th spot. Trevor Dunn is chasing him. Trevor Dunn down in the field quite a bit. He's usually a lot higher up in the standings than that. But it's still Oldfield on the Norton, and he's still holding off Eicher also on a Norton. So the two English bikes battling it out for the #1 spot as the Italian bike, the Ducati of Earl Campbell, running in 3rd. Look at this 4-5 rider duel for the lead. No, it's a 4-rider duel for the lead in the 600 class. It's Lavender out in front now, Wilson running in 2nd. Then comes Trevor Miller, and then Gary Patton running in 4th spot. Oldfield on that last lap now, a 1:38. Boy, he picked up 3 seconds on that last lap. 1:38 for Oldfield on that last lap. He better pick up the pace because Eicher is starting to really bear down on him as they go down that back straightaway. A great race in the 600 singles. Better keep your eye on that. It's between Lavender and Wilson, Patton, and Trevor Miller. Lavender on the Honda. And Wilson, I believe he's on a Yamaha, bike number 44. His bike isn't listed. Rider down at turn number 9. Oh, the leading rider down hard. A bike flipping end over end. Looking like a wave walking fallen. It just looks awful, but the rider's up and okay. But that bike just took a horrible spill, but the rider's up and okay and walking away from it. It could have been your leader. That was Mick Oldfield taking that horrible spill. His Norton is going to be crashed beyond compare, but Mick Oldfield, unfortunately, is okay. I think Oldfield's more disappointed than anything else. He's walking around in pretty good shape. This 5-rider duel coming down here for the 600 singles is still Wilson, Lavender, Patton, Miller, and then comes Moore. I think he's going to need 2 crash trucks to pick that bike up. It's all in pieces. And so, what is this? Another Englishman bites the dust? And a bad spill by the Norton of Mick Oldfield, but he's perfectly all right. And we want to mention that Oldfield running up there in 2nd spot, challenging for the lead. So now it's Eicher leading, and in 2nd spot it's Earl Campbell on the Ducati, and then Finnessy on the Yamaha running in 3rd. And in 4th spot, it's still Jim Schmidt on the Norton, running in 4th spot. And after him comes Trevor Dunn on the Ducati, running in 5th. Telling one of the riders to go by. He signals 96. Bill Bartels on the Harley to go around him. Okay, now we're going to change in that 600 class. Gary Patton, who's your points leader going in, had to make a strong run up through the field because he was running in 5th spot. He is now taking over the lead in that highly contested 600 singles class. Eicher coming down here all by himself now. He's got control of the race. He has all year. Coming down here in second spot, 205, and that is Earl Campbell on that very loud-sounding Italian Ducati. And coming down here in third, it's Fennessy, but Fennessy is now going to be overhauled by Schmidt. Schmidt's now going to take over third spot. Schmidt on the Norton takes over third spot as they go into turn number 1. Checking out the 600 singles class. Here comes Danny Farnsworth, who singled Bill Bartels by him, and he didn't single by him this time, but Bartels went by on his own this time as they went to turn number 1. This 600 singles duel is starting to spread itself out a little bit now as 163 leading now, and that is Philip Smith on the Honda. Philip Smith leading that singles class. Then comes 154, Patton, who's running in second spot. Patton still has his work cut out for him as he tries to get around Philip Smith, who we haven't mentioned before, but he's right up there in the standings. I guess we just lost him in that tussle for the lead. Philip Smith was one of those riders we'd lost because it was a 5-rider duel and we kept mentioning only 4 riders. But it was Philip Smith, the 163 on the Honda, who's up in there. White flag lap, and it's going to be all Fred Eicher. Well, we want to keep our eye on that 600 duel and see if Patton can get around Philip Smith for that win. Pulling off the side of the track with less than a lap to go. Ken Kanaga on the Norton has finally expired, coming out of 9. Here comes your leader in the 600 class with a white flag lap. It's still Philip Smith, and it looks like he's on his way to taking it. Look at this battle for second between Trevor Miller and Gary Patton. Patton still holding down second spot as they go into turn number 1 for the last time. Here comes Fred Eicher. He's going to come down and get the checker flag. This is Fred Eicher. He takes the checker and the win. For second spot in this overall competition, here they come. It's going to be Earl Campbell taking second, and Jim Schmidt on a all of a sudden, very fast Norton coming up for third. Fennessy gets fourth. We're going to keep our eye on and battle in the 600 class. Can Gary Patton get around Philip Smith?